Okay, so we have the To Live crew. A little bit about them is that they are a group, so it's not just one rapper or artist, it is four. The To Live crew was made up of Luther Campbell, otherwise known as Uncle Luke or Luke Skywalker, David Hobbs, aka Mr. Mix, Chris Wong, Fresh Kid Ice, and Yuri Vilot, Amazing V. They were founded in 1984. Um, the group released their first single in 1984. Um, this release was out of Hollywood, California, at their producer. Um, these all these four men, sorry, it was three, and then they picked up Uncle Luke, who is kind of their manager now, or he was their manager. These three men served for the U.S. Air Force, and they lived in Riverside near Los Angeles. Um, in 1986, Yuri Vilot left the group and was replaced with Mark Ross, otherwise known as Brother Marquise, who was friends of David Hobbs in his previous arrival to join the group. A little bit more about them. This is them right there. Their next album came out in 1988 and was their biggest hit. It was called Move Something. That song is also one of their biggest hits. The album's Move Something was a hit according to Valentine. Move Something was certified gold, reaching number 68 on the Billboard 200 and number 20 on the top R&B hip hop chart. Their third album came out in 1989, but never reached near the same level as their second album. They went mainstream, but can never go close to their second album, which is Move Something. That was their biggest album. Their first album wasn't really that big, but Move Something was definitely their hit, their big show. Um, Influences of the artist. A person who definitely influenced the crew to shoot their shot and become popular was Luther Campbell, the otherwise known as Uncle Luke or Luke Skywalker. Um, he he wasn't in the group that kind of founded it, but when he joined, he kind of became the manager, uh, kind of was the head, the front guy. Um, and as stated in the article by Valentine, call from head cheerleader Luke Skywalker, otherwise known as Uncle Luke. He was their head cheerleader, their biggest fan until he joined. And then when he joined, he was their big leader. He influenced them all to make that big jump. Yeah. Um, the group To Live crew definitely were influenced by the Miami nightclubs and the party life they engaged before and during their time. They were a big party group. Um, that's really all they did. That's what a lot of their songs were about. So they were always spotted in nightclubs, according to Galindo, whether it was in the clubs or playing in the clubs from coast to coast, no matter where they are. A lot of the times it was in Miami because that is where they were from. Or not from, but that's where they were kind of set at when they were doing the music. They wanted to speak their minds and how much they were driven by the nightlife and how much fun they experienced in the nightlife. That's why a lot of those songs are kind of um, R-rated. They're not really, yeah, most people won't listen to them. They're criticized by a lot of people, but this goes along here. Their themes are a bit odd compared to a lot of other ones, but open boundaries for other rap groups or rap artists or any artist in hip hop to kind of take grasps and kind of pave a path. Um, the group did have some weird themes regarding sexual and explicit lyrics resembling partying, which did grab people's attention, but also did cause controversy, as I was talking about. It's important to know that they're not doing this to cause all this controversy. They're just speaking their minds. That's all they're really doing. They're just speaking what is on their mind, what they're going through, what their life is. And that's kind of that's important to them. That's why they made such a big jump, and that's why it's so deep in the heart for them to really get out there and show what they know, speak to the people about what they go through, what their life is. That their songs are really just about their life and what they're doing, which again is partying, and a lot of that. Their censorship throughout their music days were floating the line of over the top and not and good. It was floating the line. It could have been over the top, definitely for sure. But some people believe that they should have been stopped from making music. Um, but many believe it was just, but also many believe, as I was saying, it's just about freedom of thoughts and expression. This is huge. This is freedom of speech, and just they wanted everybody to know what they were doing. Um, they created the boundary for artists who let look up to them. They influenced a lot of young people. They could speak their minds no matter what they were thinking, which this is really big and really just good for a lot of these younger guys who look up to these guys. It's not about what they're talking, writing about or singing about, but what about they're just putting themselves out there without any care on what people are going to think about them. They're doing what they want to do, which is very big. They just speak in their minds, and people need to be able to speak their minds. According to oldschoolhiphop.com, their music combined catchy beats, humorous lyrics, and unabashed sexuality. Yes, their music was very catchy. I listened to a few of their songs, or more than a few, a lot of their songs, and yes, it is a little bit it hits a little bit of the unabashed sexuality part, but it is very catchy. Their lyrics are really funny. If you laugh, or if you listen, you'll probably laugh. Um, yeah, so they really had a lot of impact and impressions they set on a lot of people. According to oldschoolhiphop.com, the Two Live Crew are credited with pioneering the genre of Miami bass and influencing subsequent generations of artists who embraced a more explicit and confrontational approach to rap music. So they kind of were, hitting that boundary to see how far that they could go and be unique in their own thoughts and feelings. Yeah, them challenging social norms to rap or social norms and extending boundaries of what the society may classify as acceptable really opened up their eyes to the world and opened up young people's eyes to them. And as they're going out and they're trying their music themselves, they're really kind of opening up the world's eyes over what they should do. They are the reason that hip hop has evolved into what it is today. Um, there are many types of hip hop. Um, there are many types of hip hop thanks to the group To Live Crew. They kind of made something new. Yeah. A legacy they really kind of hit on perfectly was they set a lot of legacies, and another according to oldschoolhiphop.com, To Live Crew's legacy as cultural provocateurs has earned them a place in hip hop history as icons of rebellion and defiance. Um, they have been a huge part of the hip hop's evolution and inspiring artists around the world. Their music causing people to appreciate how bold and creative they may be when rapping about nightclubs and that sexuality part as well. Um, Again, I know that's not the norm, but they kind of were challenging it. They are a standout testament to challenging social norms in hip hop, which can provoke a new style of rap and influence many people. We have a couple clips here. Here's the first one. Break, break, break shit. I break, break shit. Bust on feet, bust the rhyme. Extra, hit all the bad news about the wacky whack MCs and the ones like you, because I've done everything that you have tried, and I've been accepted when you've been denied. I'm the MAR, the QUIS, to run down a rhyme at your request. I'm the New York born, new sharp as the thorn. I came here tonight just to get it on. So it's one of their songs. Their most popular song is probably going to be this one, which is very, very popular. Please let me have a dance with you in the dark. We can have fun, partying with each other. Baby, get loud and more, keep your brother. I know that you with it, so don't start fronting. I don't want to be your man. I want to move. That's a little bit of another song. And yeah, thank you.